Welcome back. In this video, we're going to look at footage of people just after, during, or before their escapes. This is a topic I haven't focused on yet, but it's one that I've been wanting to do. It's usually in restricted states that it's common to find these types of escapes I'll be sharing with you.
In der Nähe des Reichs. Die Grenze.
This first one is of 3 men and a woman swimming away from East Germany in hopes of making it into freedom, a country that many people wanted to escape during this time. In fact, 4 million people from the east went to the west once it became divided. However, this was mostly done by foot shortly before the wall would go up, and those who tried to get over the wall would take the biggest risk. As a result, unfortunately, some people wouldn't make it. The reason I shared the wall is because during this swim it was still up and the rules were still just as strict. The 70s and 80s give us colored footage. Attempting to escape the east took a lot of determination and bravery. These people just wanted a better quality of life and a better place to live. As you can see, a patrol speedboat from the east side has pulled up to take the people trying to escape back to East Germany, where they will face terrible consequences. So far, the men of this group have successfully made it to the west side of the river, where they are met by a supportive crowd from the west. Everything seemed to be going well, except the woman of their group is nowhere to be seen. She was located hanging along the west riverbank, fearful of being fired upon by the men running the patrol boat. As the boat got closer, the men on it were calling for her to return back. People on the riverside encouraged her that she would be okay at this point and that the patrol boat would not be able to open fire. It was close, but everyone from the group of swimmers managed to make it safely to the other side. I have a fascination for the Hermit Kingdom, also known as North Korea. I've been following events there on and off throughout the years. How such a place exists today is bizarre in itself. A country isolated and heavily guarded within to keep its own people from leaving. In 2017, a low-ranking soldier would give North Korea one of its most daring cases in its history. This man, like many other North Koreans, no longer wanted to live there, and he can be seen driving this Jeep with his mind made up to take it to the border and run to the other side. Something interesting to note is this soldier on the run here is the son of a military general. The vehicle he is driving is not one he uses for himself, but one he took for himself to escape on this day. Many North Koreans flee due to the living conditions. This comes in a combination from a lack of food, having very limited rights, and harsh punishments. The building he is coming up on here is a military checkpoint. Soldiers are expected to stop here and state their business along with showing their identification. This is where it's obvious his mind is made up. He blows through the checkpoint, the guard runs out in confusion, and he'll be notifying the rest of the soldiers on duty. Watch closely as he pulls into the DMZ, the line separating the north and south, which is guarded by both sides. You'll be able to tell as he slows down to try to find an opening before he ends up getting stuck. Pay attention to the lights of his vehicle when he's under the trees. You'll notice he hits a ditch when you see his headlights kick back. Oh Chong-song hits the ditch here, and in the same moment this happened, North Korean soldiers can be seen on camera running towards his location to apprehend him or to take him out. The soldiers seen running here are already close to Oh Chong-song when they are alerted he is trying to escape nearby. It's during this moment that while they are running, Oh Chong-song is trying to correct the vehicle out of the ditch. In this moment, every second matters. With his vehicle stuck and soldiers after him, he makes a final attempt for freedom as he races across the dividing line of north and south. The soldiers in pursuit didn't hesitate to shoot. One soldier continued after him into the south before realizing he had went too far, making more problems for both sides. South Korean soldiers waited until dusk to do a rescue crawl towards Oh, where he was lying down and injured as a result of the soldiers attacking. He was dragged to safety, and while at the hospital recovering, they identified parasitic worms in his digestive tract. This isn't uncommon within the North's population due to their lack of proper food and hygiene. And fortunately for Oh, he survived. The soldiers from the North here were all immediately replaced. It's strange to think where they might be now, if they even exist anymore. Here we see a Russian soldier attempting to get out from being in the middle of the Russo-Ukrainian war, looking up at a drone. The soldier is giving the drone nonverbal communication, implying that he will not make it if he stays with the army he's currently in. At this point, this soldier is in an area commonly known during wartime called No Man's Land. This is a reference to a large area with space in between both sides that typically exchanges fire and shelling from both sides. The soldier's name is Ruslan, and the majority of his unit had been taken down by Ukrainian drones. Ruslan expressed his intent to surrender to the drone. In response, the Ukraine's drone operator dropped him a letter with instructions on where to go next. He can be seen taking cover and going for the letter. He was separated from the rest of his unit, and by this point they had already known he was trying to escape, and they started their attack on him. Now, he would try to make his way out of the middle of the battlefield. Pay attention to Ruslan as he communicates with the drone to help navigate him to safety for a peaceful surrender. These actions do more than what I can convey. I'll share more details in a moment. Ruslan had evaded explosions and worked with this drone operator, taking off his helmet and gear to surrender himself over. As he witnessed those of his unit perish, it is likely that cooperating saved him. And it's here that he shares his gratitude for the drone operator saving his life. Like and subscribe for more if you're not already notified for more obscure stories. I plan on doing another photo series next, but wanted to try something new with footage. I hope you all enjoyed, and I want to thank you all for commenting lately. Stay safe, and I'll see you with the next one.